Nice to meet you too, bro.
Hi guys, my name's Ryder Sigety and here's my dad.
Hi, this is Ryder's dad, Mike, but I think my new name is Ryder's dad.
And this race was the Rattlesnake Enduro. It's the closest enduro to us, being in Crawfordsville, PA. On the right, you saw a really hard worker, and his name is
Rob Dalby.
Sorry, we saw Rob Dalby. He was helping put on the event.
And that was his Instagram. And this is like not just our enduro; it's the closest national enduro.
Yeah.
Because you remember where some of the other nationals are?
Ohio. Where else?
Well, where have you gone so far this year?
This year, I've gone to Missouri, South Carolina,
And Virginia.
and Virginia.
Yeah, so Pennsylvania's a close one for us.
Yeah.
So, how did you feel about this first section here?
The first section was great. I liked it a lot.
Oh wow, look how nice it was on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
This was the only problem with the first section here. This is how it was before the race. And look how it started right as soon as the race started. It was a dust bowl.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Oh, who's that little nerd?
Wow, that's a really cool, extremely tall kid.
Yeah, right. Oh, this is bad. But he does walk away.
Yeah. Yikes.
Ah.
You guys probably saw it in the intro.
So there was that one like ditch there, that little bit of valley in the grass track that people hit at pretty high speeds, and that was a little scary. We were checking it out, and Ryder here found a good line way to the right. This is that same ditch, but if you stay to the right, not as bad of a ditch.
Yeah. There's barely even any ditch.
So how'd you feel about this grass track?
It was really fun. It was pretty dusty. I mean, the GoPro does do a pretty good job of cutting through the dust, but it was very fun. So on the right here, we have Rich Lafferty, great trainer and sells his own products, and the Emmons, which are also really nice people. Ranger Emmons, you saw the one with his fist up. He got the B overall. Is that it? B overall?
Yep, and you got second B overall about a minute behind him. So
he beat me by about a minute, which is good. I really like the straightaway along with the berm. I hit the berm really nice. A lot of these berms in the grass track, they had just built up, and you couldn't really tell if it was silt or if it was a nice hard berm. Like here, you see me slide out a little bit on the silt, and you couldn't really trust it. So it was a little questionable whether you should go with the rut or not. So here are my results for all the 6 sections. I got 56, 45, 66. You can read the rest. I didn't do too well in section 5. I got stuck, which you'll see later, so don't forget to stay so you get to see that. And I also got a 45th, and my goal this year, one of the goals I set for myself was to get a top 50 overall. And even though I didn't finish the whole day in top 50 overall, I did get top 50, which was kind of cool, I thought.
So those are your overall results against all 650 riders at the National Enduro.
Yeah.
But tell a little more about what your results were in the class and in the division.
So in the C division, which is what I was riding, I got C overall, and in my class, I won my class. The reason that you only see I got first in my class in the first 4 sections, and it's not in the last 2, is because the C class only requires you to do 4 sections, but I decided to do more than that.
I think there was only 2 C riders, right, that did 2 or 3 that did all 6 sections, and only like 12 B riders. And again, there was 650 riders here. It was a pretty hot day, so that was good. Last year, you weren't able to do all 6 sections, were you?
No, I wasn't, but I was able to do it this year. And as you can see, we're on to section 2 now. Coming up right here was a pretty cool experience for me. We actually had a couple people ask me to sign their shirts, and I only spelled my name wrong once.
And that's not a joke, he did.
Yeah, I misspelled it pretty badly too.
And how did they get this shirt?
Oh yeah, so we like we said in the last couple of videos, we're giving away shirts to people if we have them. We had a shirt at this race, and we gave someone a shirt, which was that Fox shirt you saw there, that old shirt that we have, and I also signed it for him.
Yeah, so one of our friend's kids, Jacob, brought him over because he wanted to meet you, and he ended up getting a free shirt. And Jacob, oh, nice dirt sample, by the way.
It wasn't a dirt sample. I stopped in style.
You know what's weird? I felt like this whole course was like all loose rocks again, and like there doesn't look like there's a single rock there. That must have been like a sandy berm or whatever.
Oh yeah, speaking about a cool berm, right here, there's like this double berm. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. There was like a berm from the front tire and the back tire.
Nice. So, what row were you on at this race, and what does it mean to be on a row?
So, rows start at 9 o'clock, 1 minute apart with 6 people, so 0 to 6 people on a row. And we started on row 70, which means we started, instead of at 9 o'clock, we started at 10:10. And the track had, how many riders would you say have gone through it at that point?
Well, an average of, let's say, 5, so let's see how your math is.
350 riders have gone through it by the time that we got to the trail, so it was a lot more beat up for us, but it wasn't horrible, so it wasn't that bad.
No, if it would have been really, really bad if it rained. But I felt like by row 70, all the loose rocks would be pushed off. Did you feel like all the loose rocks were pushed off?
No, I felt like there was a ton of loose rocks, like almost like they dug down into the ground and brought more up.
Yeah, that was weird. So this might be a little boring for the kids, so we'll just let the video roll here, and I'll tell you a little bit about, there's a, that was a pretty cool log there, right? You do stuff like that all the time at home.
Yeah, that made me feel at home.
So, I don't know if you know this, but enduros are put on by volunteers. It's not like a hare scramble or a motocross series where people own the track and they have some employees. They're all put on by volunteers. And this club somehow manages to get some of the largest turnouts of any volunteer enduro in our series, that is. They got, like I said, not only did they get 650 entries, they sold out. And if you weren't pre-entered, you couldn't go. And one thing that this club does is they actually kick back some money to the club members, if they can afford it, to encourage them to come up and help, because it's expensive to get to these events. So that and a few other things really makes this club really leading edge, and I think a lot of clubs can take a lesson from just how they do things, not about the money, but I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. So I'm leading the Enduro Futures class for the National Enduro Series. However, this race didn't have the Enduro Futures class, which means that it didn't have a class for kids. So I had to enter C250 on my 2022 YZ85, but it was still great.
So you think maybe in the future you could say thank you as you're passing the people, not when you're way past them?
Hey, I didn't do that every time. Look.
Okay, A+ for editing, but your timing on the thank you still needs a little work, dude.
Alright, that might be true. I'll get it eventually.
Alright, fair enough. Oh my god. So let's talk a little bit about Section 5, Ryder. What do you know about Section 5 that's coming up in a moment?
So Section 5 was definitely the most technical section of the day, and the last section that my GoPro recorded. But on the technicality side, it was very technical. Like, I got stuck once, which you'll see, and my dad, or some slow rider, passed me.
Whoa.
Sorry, my dad passed me, and it took me a while to pass him back.
Yeah. So
that guy was giving me a compliment.
That was cool. So I just read, by the way, Stu Baylor got first and Ryder Lafferty got second, and Ryder Lafferty is actually leading the series now, and which is funny because he was a student very recently, even up till last year, if not this year, of Stu Baylor, and now the student is becoming the master. But Stu did win this day, and they both said that the deciding factor was this section coming up here, because there are some really gnarly rocks in here. So stay tuned. You'll see Ryder actually get stuck. And like I said, these videos, for some reason, they never show the rocks. But this isn't the rockiest section. And I'm not talking like 1 foot, 2 foot tall rocks. It's just relentless, never-ending, loose, pointed, jagged rocks. And you'll see it coming up soon.
Right here, actually. You see?
Oh, look at that minefield, yeah.
Yeah, there's someone stuck in the middle of the trail. So I try to go over the rocks and not go in between them, but I end up stalling, and it puts me in this bad position with my front tire in a hole. And I was like, I couldn't get the front tire out of it for some reason. need to work on those pivot turns. There's my dad. You see him. You can kind of see him in the far away.
Oh, but he's going so fast. You need like a really high-powered camera to get him in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you'll see me in here again, and you'll see if I pull over for him or not.
Yeah.
How hard I make it for him.
You see, I'm trying really hard right now. I mean, we've already done how many miles at this point? Probably like 40. No, we're like 45, 50, almost 50 miles into the race, and I'm like trying as hard as I can to catch back up to him because I know I gotta beat him or else I'll never hear the end of it.
It is a really weird feeling to pass your kid who's stuck but not exactly sure why he's stuck. Is the bike broken? Is his ankle twisted? And I might look back 1,000 times, which is the only reason you caught me. Because if I didn't keep looking back, I would have been gone. So, is this where you? No, this isn't it. There's a line coming up where you went to the side. Maybe this is it. Yeah, I thought you were gonna get stuck right there when I saw you do that. I'm like, no, but hey, you pulled it off. So you ended up doing like the way these enduros work. You race a section, you ride to another section on roads or dirt roads or trail, but it's not racing. And you race and you take like an enduro and a bicycle. You take a break, you ride, and you say these feel harder to you than when you just race straight through, right?
Yeah, I feel like these are harder a lot of the time.
Now you did over 2 hours of racing, and I looked at your. Oh, this was pretty cool. This guy had a nice trailer with like 6 identically set up betas. That was pretty neat, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
So I looked at your heart rate yesterday, and you spent 40 minutes in heart rate zone 4, which is just slightly one zone below the top zone. Was this? Hold on. Was this? No, this is not the scene where you finally hit that straightaway, is it? No. You'll see that in a minute. Yeah, it looks so nice and smooth. But wait, you'll see. He actually slows it down a little bit when you get to some of the rocks. And I know the top guys ran trials tires. Matter of fact, Hunter Bush came to us and said he thought it made the difference. And who were the 3 people that he knew that ran trials tires?
I don't even remember talking to Hunter Bush.
Oh, maybe you weren't there. So Grant Baylor, Stu Baylor, and one really smart guy on your team.
I don't know any smart guys on my team. I mean, the only people on my team are you and me.
Oh, I'm not punching him, by the way.
He's punching me. I haven't caught up to you yet, but I feel like I'm getting close.
It's going to take you a long time. Really long time.
I don't know what happened. I mean, you weren't going that fast. It shouldn't take me this long.
By the way, please like and subscribe and comment to the video. We should really show you a little picture of what Ryder's screen looks like when he's editing these videos. It looks like something from like war games, or like unbelievable amount of screens and levels and stuff. I don't know how he's ever figured it out. He's on like his 3rd computer. Oh, by the way, one of our cameras broke this weekend. He breaks lenses all the time, and he really puts a huge effort into making these videos. So anything you could do, like, subscribe, comment, would be much appreciated.
Yeah.
And check in the comments, because there's always additional good info and discount codes that you can use as well.
You start to see my dad. He's kind of like poking up here and there.
Oh yeah, you're eating my dust now.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't know if he was gonna let me go or not, so I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't, so we'd have like a battle and I could try to get around him. But he did, which was probably the right thing to do. And you'll see it up in a little bit.
So you caught me right as I caught these guys all at the same time. Like, it's funny, you can go so long without seeing anybody, and all of a sudden we catch like all 4 people. Yep. All right, I'll let you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, but stay tuned a little longer, because you'll see how he pauses it for someone. Oh, this was that one section you liked, right?
Yeah, you hear it. I'm just really happy that I escaped all the rocks. Yeah. I was like celebrating because I got out of all like the chunky stuff, and I could finally get a little bit of a break. But then we're right back into it. And right up here, you'll see I actually paused like a couple spots where you can see it. You see, like, I mean, none of the stuff was like too difficult that you couldn't get through, but it just never gave you a break. It was like every straight of it was just rocks. And so far in the day, I was like a little bit tired too, and it was not good.
Yeah, most people did. And it was like almost 100 degrees this day too.
Yeah, it was really hot.
Until the very end of the day when it just started to pour.
Yeah, you probably saw that in the Also, we're going to the J-Day this weekend with Cooper Webb, which should be a cool experience. And here's some bonus footage.